2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Sacramento Kings. A lot of adversity lately for the Kings. The goal tonight is clear, figuring out a way to solidify some momentum. Coming into this game, they've struggled, just 2-8 over their last 10. And Kenny, we have lots to talk about. One thing coming up on the horizon, the trade deadline. Front offices have had time to evaluate rosters. What are your feelings about blockbuster in-season trades?
Huge deals are rare in the season, Ernie. You know, huge deals. You know, but typically they come in the offseason because teams have time to nurture and bring them together. But there have been some great trades in midseason. So you can find new life right after the trade deadline, a la Clyde Drexler of the Houston Rockets, to get us our second championship.
Good point. New players would be slow to acclimate. But, Ernie, I think at times you risk disrupting chemistry.
Sometimes worth the risk and sometimes not.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like a nut and sometimes I don't.
Kevin Harlan, take it away.
Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. The Kings would love to finish off this road trip on a good note. This is a critical time for them. They've got, guys, a lot of away games coming up, and it's a stretch that's going to be a very, very difficult test.
Yeah, and the trip they've got in front of them, as long and as difficult as it may be, could really be a jumping off point if they can come through it successfully. Those long road trips can really be big momentum builders.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Sacramento Kings coach Dave Yeager started out coaching in the minor leagues. And every year he'd attend NBA training camps, but especially ones with teams that had big roster turnover. He said a coach who's had his team together calls out a drill, and everybody does it. But to watch those guys teach and put it all together, that was where you really learned. Kevin?
Thanks, David, and it's clear that Coach Yeager is a details guy, an impressive young coach. And you look at this Kings roster, and Greg, you can see the youth movement is in full effect.
Yeah, and Buddy Hield headlines the group as he comes over in that Cousins trade. Skal Labissiere and Willie Cauley-Stein, also a big part of this team's future. And then getting Fox as a rookie to kind of run the ship, another great building block.
And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Labissiere and Cauley-Stein are the bigs. Buddy Hield is out there with Fox, and it's McLemore in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Adams. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Adams has got the first points up on the board here for Oklahoma City. Fox with it. Feeds to Labissiere. Here's Fox. They set the screen. Cauley-Stein. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's Roberson. Covered by Hield. And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And I love the confidence and energy Westbrook plays with. Just an excellent scorer once he gets good position inside.
Now here's Labissiere. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Clippers. Again, the miss by the Kings.
After 3 attempts, he has nothing to show for it.
Here's Roberson, covered by Heel. Shoots over Fox. And Adams with the slam.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
But that's all about going back to the fundamentals. Defensive rebounding, you got to have it, especially when you're getting waxed.
And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. It's rebounded by Labissiere. For Sacramento, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Paul George with the steal. Westbrook against Fox. That's tipped out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Kings.
And they took a balanced approach for the most part. They didn't get caught up in any one aspect of the game. They got their points all over the floor.
Sacramento off to a slow start. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game. And they just had so few opportunities. And I think that was their Achilles heel.
You're right, Kevin. Not being aggressive, not following up their own misses. They needed a little extra kick to get over the hump, but they never got it.
Patterson, that's good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Kings trail by 8. Kicks it to Heel. To the right side. Here's Fox. It's deflected.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Here's Patterson. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Patterson's got his second basket.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. Greg, the one thing about Patrick Patterson out of Kentucky, he is a smart basketball player.
Yeah, he's not the best rebounder or shot blocker, but the advanced stats love him, and he gets the job done at both ends of the floor.
Now, here's Fox. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Oh, and he also was a Badger on the defensive end, finishing with 3 steals on the night.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Greg, you ask a lot of GMs. De'Aaron Fox, probably the fastest player in this year's rookie class.
And he plays at 1 speed. That's lightning. I mean, he's got speed to burn. And maybe not quite as fast as, say, John Wall, but he isn't far behind. He uses that quickness well also in terms of just busting seams on the offense. And at the other end, he can be an outstanding defender as he was at Kentucky.
Fox hits them both. Greg, you watch the Thunder play, and it's clear that this team comes out looking to attack. Everyone on the team wants to put it on the floor and go right at the rim.
And part of that is their leader, Westbrook, just setting the tone. I mean, team finished near the top in points in the paint last season, and the addition of Paul George just helps to enforce that strength.
On offense, here are the Thunder. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. No good, shot missing. The Kings trail by 8. Westbrook with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's George. It's tipped. Now the pass to Hield. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And Buddy Hield, just one of those players who can hurt you on offense in so many ways. Has the shot, but also is comfortable finishing in traffic and at the rim.
Look, when he's going, he can put up big numbers. Hield's ability to find points through different means is why he's a high upside scorer. Great all-around offensive player.
And the first one drops.
Well, Hield, everybody knows he's a talented guard. He's a deadly scorer. He can get hot in a hurry.
One is no good. And Buddy Hield, the centerpiece of the DeMarcus Cousins trade. Talk about what makes him, Greg, so intriguing.
Well, the Wooden Award winner in his senior season, he led Oklahoma to the Final Four. And how about leading the nation in three-pointers made? I think that can translate to the NBA level and could make him a difference maker.
So it's Sacramento. The Thunder making the shot. Buries it from three-point range.
Got to respect how hard Hill works. Awesome at finding ways to get open, especially off the screens.
Here's Westbrook. Not enough on that one as it misses.
His struggles this quarter continue. The D's done a good job.
Here's Fox. Westbrook with the block. Here's Roberson. Covered by Hield. Roberson can't hit.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Oh, you can't forget about the speed of McLemore. Uses it so well on his drives to the hoop.
Here's Roberson. Covered by Hield. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession. And the leaderboard with some point guards who have been getting their hands dirty in the paint lately. Let's take a look at the top rebounding one guards of the last 10 games. Russell Westbrook is second.
And it may not be the first thing you think about, but if you look at a lot of the all-time great point guards, their rebounding, that nose for the basketball is a big part of their game.
And it's that type of effort on the boards from him that demonstrates just how special of a player he is in this league.
Now here's Cauley-Stein. No good. Shot missing. Adams, some nice D.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Can't hit from in close.
Not the tightest of D on him, but not the best of finishes either.
There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Nerlens Noel checks in for Patrick Patterson. Here's Fox. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. McLemore, the pass to Labissiere. And the rejection by Noel. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. And here is Hield. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
Hield is so quick on the drive, blasting through the defense, easily getting all the way to the cup.
To the paint. It's stolen by McLemore. Here's Fox. It's good. This game is all even.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Roberson dishes to Westbrook. Trying to get back on track. He lays it in. Westbrook's got his second basket of the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Hield kicks to Fox. To the middle, stolen by George. It's stolen by Labissiere. And the foul called on Skal Labissiere. That is his first foul of the game. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Kufis checked in for Cauley-Stein. Randolph comes in for Labissiere. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Buddy Hield. And it's Mason in for Fox. Now here's Westbrook. He had 25 points in the win against Charlotte.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring. And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Kufis, the pass to Randall. Yep, that one goes in there.
More than comfortable operating from mid-range. Easy money for Randolph.
The Thunder with the lead. Outside, Felton. He dishes it to Westbrook. 11 feet away. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
A mix-up defensively. No one contested the shooter on that play.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. 9-point game his last outing. In the corner, it's McLemore. Back to Bogdanovich. Thunder with the rebound. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, on the road, you need as many contributors as you can find. The reserves definitely help fuel the win that time.
Mason misses.
I think a kick out is the better option there. Defense had the rim on lockdown.
No one near Felton as he lets it go. Felton can't get that one to fall, and the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Oklahoma City. Grant, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Singler comes in for George. And Alex Abrinas subbed in for Russell Westbrook. The Kings also at the sub. Jackson's checked in.
Well, perhaps the biggest thing is that Coach Yager is providing the Kings stability in the coaching position. First time a coach has been here for multiple years since 2012. Consistency is a key in helping this team get back on track.
And it's Koufos missing.
Some tough D in the paint, getting between him and the bucket and stopping the easy dish.
The 11-footer will not go. This is off the front iron. The Kings trail by 4. And with Yager coming to the Kings, part of why they wanted him is because he had success and a track record before becoming available. Something this team knows they needed.
It's very hard for a franchise to find success when they're always having coaching changes. Players have to learn a new system each year. There's no fluidity, and it adds hurdles to the team's development.
Here's Grant. Sacramento making their last shot, and that one's good. Noel. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Mason dishes to Koufos. The feed now to Jackson. Outside for Randolph. Offline with his 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Abrinas. Outside for Felton. Pass to Abrinas. Back to Felton. Noel, a screen on Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 5. Here's Felton, and the shot is long.
And they've come out with a take no prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Mason kicks to Koufos. He feeds it to Bogdanovich, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Here's Felton. Here's Noel. Koufos with the block. Bogdanovich left side. Mason kicks to Koufos. There's the dish to Mason. Sacramento moving it around. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers for Jackson. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 11 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
He hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Singler passes to Grant. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Now, I don't know if that was by design or by accident, but the D not paying any attention to him.
Outside Randolph. Trying to find Koufos. Gets it to him. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Felton kicks to Grant. Here's Abrinas. Over Bogdanovich. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Shots, foul, elbow, 2.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of the game. And he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He's not making any mistakes up there today. Another solid trip to the line for him.
Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And Russell Westbrook, a guy who has faced some criticism, but also a guy who is extremely critical of himself.
It's tough, and I'm still learning every night to be able to come out, to know when to score, to know when to pass, to know when to be aggressive, to know when to slow down. It can be tough at times because I want to do so well, and I want my teammates to do so well, and I want to win so bad.
Well, you have to love the competitive attitude, the desire to be great, not just for himself, but for his teammates, too.
And the emphasis on winning. That's why so many people in the league feel that it's just a matter of time before Westbrook puts those finishing touches on his game.
Thanks again for joining us, and welcome back to our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. What do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Well, that's what happens when you're aggressive on that end of the floor. They took a few chances and took control of the game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So the Thunder 5 right now. Grant is out there with Kyle Singler. Then there's Nerlens Noel. Then there's Felton. And it's Abrinas in at the shooting guard. Here is Mason. Following the basket by Raymond Felton, Kufus, and the rejection by Noel. The Thunder leading by 5. And Nerlens Noel out of Kentucky, slender and mobile and long. And Craig, he can cover ground in a hurry.
Boy, and you can see it in his rate of steals to go along with the blocks. That quickness is a huge asset in today's game. It's all about versatility, both offensively and defensively.
The free throw drops for Grant. Well, we always talk about how different eras of the NBA had different feels and how the game was called and how the game was played. Chris, what is the biggest change you have seen to the game since your era?
2 changes. One, you can't hand check, and that's really physical. That used to wear you down, take you out the game, and that stopped the freedom of movement. And that, along with playing the zone, where you can't just guard a guy and have to stay in your area. Those are 2 big changes because it really helped the offense. And so we want to see a lot of scoring, but today it's not easier to score because these guys have wonderful skill sets, but the game makes it easier to score because of the rules, because you can get to the line so many times. Because before a hand check, you couldn't get to the free throw line if a guy pushed you out of bounds almost because the game was expected to be physical.
Right. Now here's Felton following the miss by Zach Randolph. Now Felton. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. They get it back. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Patterson a screen on Mason. Felton dishes to Patterson. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Patterson's got 7.
No doubt that was a defensive mistake. You got to have a guy on him at all times.
They set the screen. Mason the pass to Bogdanovich. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
He just recorded his 3rd foul at half. Coach has to consider resting him until the 3rd quarter.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Robertson's checked in. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Kufus. Labissiere comes in for Zach Randolph. On a yield, he's checked in for Bogdanovich, and it's Fox in for Mason. Now, here's Grant. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Snatched up. Here's Cauley Stein. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Patterson, the screen. Abrinas. Rebound by the Kings. Labissiere's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Hield. It's good. He's got 8.
I like how Hield gets solid positioning inside. A terrific score close to the basket.
Here's Abrinas, guarded by Fox. Abrinas' shot is off.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation of coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
Jackson kicks to Cauley Stein, and stolen by Singler. Here's Abrinas, guarded by Fox. Abrinas, the pass to Roberson. Teardrop shot. He doesn't hit that one. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Their last encounter was in Sacramento.
And really, man, they played their hearts out. Missed a couple opportunities down the stretch, and that was the difference.
Absolutely right, Greg. That's all it takes. A play here, a play there, a detail that isn't accounted for, it stings.
The Kings have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant. Paul George comes in for Kyle Singler. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Alex Abrinas.
One shot.
And Jackson no good on that one.
Well, yeah, some of my best memories were playing for the Kings during the early 2000s. The way we played together, the passing, our ball movement, our system, it was amazing.
And the Kings making a change here. McLemore is checked in. The Kings trail by 5. Fox with it. He kicks to Hield. Cauley Stein, a screen. Here's McLemore. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. And Chris, I know many Kings fans are longing for a return to glory. Those teams that you were on, easily the best for Sacramento.
Yeah, it took a lot to turn the organization around. We had to do it from the locker room and kind of change the culture there. And so it was great to have a guy like Vlade be there with me from the beginning. And he, Jay, Will, Peja. So it was fun starting something, and it's going to be great watching.
Now here's Hield, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Oklahoma City called for the foul. And Chris, I know you've been executive producing and hosting various TV shows. You had a great NBA career, obviously, and it seems like you continue to find success. How's that been for you?
Well, I try to take the same lessons I learned in sports. You know, when I first got to Golden State, the first man I searched out was Chris Mullin, and found out all of his habits and stole all of his knowledge, and I tried to take that and move forward, and I try to do the same in other areas. I try to work with the best. I try to learn, work hard, work my way up the rookie ladder and see what happens. And so I've just aligned myself with some really great people, some wonderful thinkers and hard workers, and hopefully it'll continue to have fun like I am doing. So it's been a great ride.
You're always learning, right? You never stop learning.
Man, come on. It's not just about a school or a class or one mentor. It's about everyday learning so that you can kind of learn and put people's knowledge with your unique sense of self and make it work. Why not learn on someone else's dime? Why go through life making mistakes when other people can kind of let you know, wait, I did this, you want to think about that, and kind of just put your own playbook together.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 8. Westbrook missing again.
He's been off target for the most part, but it hasn't held them back as a unit.
They need this one. They grabbed their own miss.
And that's giving him too much space from mid-range. It doesn't hurt him there, but they can't keep doing that.
And here is Fox. Now here's McLemore, and he misses the go-ahead basket.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
The Kings trail by 3. There's a screen. Hield kicks to Fox, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Well, we've got a moment here. Let's now see who the league's top scorers are. 5th, Russell Westbrook.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
And checking out some numbers for Willie Cauley-Stein. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 15 rebounds, and 3.5 blocks. And I'm not sure he can play any better than he has. I mean, surprising a lot of people with his play here of late.
Absolutely. And now the question is, can he build from this? Or will he regress back to the mean? We'll see.
The shot by George, wide open. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Nice. He showed his QB arm off right there, but he's really fortunate that long pass wasn't picked off.
Oklahoma City on D. They've led by as much as 10. Hield can't hit.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Westbrook kicks to Adams, and he makes good on the layup. And now it's an 8-point Thunder lead.
Oh, fruitful possession, just doing what they can to extend the lead.
That's what you have to do. Stay in the moment. Keep grinding.
Now, here's Fox. Here's Labissiere. That's tipped. Here's Cauley-Stein. Sacramento again missing.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
And it's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
And one thing you have to say about Russell Westbrook, he is an absolute star. I mean, the type of player you can build around and win with. Just the total package on the offensive end of the floor.
The numbers Westbrook put up last season in his MVP run, Greg, just staggering.
And you figured his numbers would get a bump, but I don't think anybody could have expected this guy to average a triple-double. I mean, arguably the most impactful superstar in the league.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Here's Adams. Labissiere picking up that last basket. Back to Adams. 6 on the shot clock. And George kicks to Adams. And the shot goes in. Adams has got the lead up to 11 now for Oklahoma City.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Labissiere, the screen. Fox kicks to Hield. Pass to Cauley-Stein. And Adams sends it back.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Outside, George. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. They're running. Ahead. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. That one on George.
And Labissiere screams potential, a gigantic player who plays both ends of the floor well.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And Chris, in your playing days, you had to deal with media answering questions. Now you're on the other side of that. You're asking the questions. What was your view of the media then, and has that changed at all?
My view of the media then was watch what you say, because they will take the smallest soundbite and turn it into the title of the article, and if you don't read the article, you will not see that it had anything to do with what was written. So always be cautious, and of course they're good members of the media, but you can always get gotten. I still feel the same way, that you just need to be honest, respect the process, but make sure that you understand that the interviewer is doing their job, and it would be a great notch in their belt to use one of your quotes as a gotcha moment. And so I just think you just have to be careful and make sure that you're prepared for the interview. But no, it hasn't changed, and hopefully, Kev, like yourself, I could bring some levity to it and some honesty to it and have some fun, because at the end of the day, I'm a fan of all these guys. I know how hard they had to work to get to this moment. I know the ups and the downs of it. I've experienced the highs and the lows, and so I'm really just kind of going through it with them, as opposed to trying to prove any points or have a dog in any race. So no, my opinion of the media has changed. It's a lot of good people, but you got to just respect the process.
But I like what you said, Chris. You've always been honest, and that's kind of been your label. You've been very honest with your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, it's easier just to do that, especially when I'm passionate about something. I definitely try to be honest about. Yeah, just make some stuff up. Yeah.
Now here's McLemore outside. That's miss number 3 for him. Now 2 for 5 from the floor.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, that won't go on the stat sheet. Close to getting the block, but really it had the same effect.
And so here is Oklahoma City. Sacramento making their last shot. Screen by Adams. Noel sets a screen for Westbrook. Off the pick. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
And when you watch Russell Westbrook play, he's one of the most competitive players in the NBA.
And with the way he attacks the rim and plays with just no abandon, I mean, this guy is no joke. Absolutely wills himself and his team to just do things that few others can, and relentless from the first quarter to the last whistle.
Free throw good, Westbrook.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Kufis checked in for Cauley-Stein. Randolph comes in for Labissiere. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Buddy Hield. And it's Mason in for Fox. And Russell Westbrook drops them both.
Well, after getting to the stripe in the first quarter, he's definitely been more assertive driving inside.
Now Mason, he's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Dishes it to Kufis. Pass to Randolph. Over Noel. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. To the middle. And slam dunk by Noel.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. Here's Kufis, following the score by Oklahoma City. Mason dishes to Randolph, and the basket is good.
Right in his wheelhouse. Randolph putting in work in the paint.
Oklahoma City leading by 11. Outside, Felton. There's 48 seconds left here in the second, and there it is for him. And that's 15 points for Russell Westbrook.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
And defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly.
Randolph can't hit.
Their stroke has not been what they needed it to be, but looks like they're going to keep going to him.
Outside for Felton. Outside, George. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Mason against Westbrook. Clock at 6. Second shot opportunity, and it's Westbrook again missing. Here's Bogdanovich, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. 13 points up at the end of the period. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Joined here by Coach Dave Yeager. Coach, what's the takeaway from the first half, and what changes are needed?
Well, they just lined up and kicked our tails straight up one-on-one in transition. We got to own up. We got to keep the basketball in front of us. So shots are going to fall. We need to make some buckets. That'll help set our defense a little bit.
Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here. Got Shaq. Got Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you back to the halftime show on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. The second quarter got a lot more exciting for them as they were putting up big numbers and find themselves way out in front here at the half. Shaq, your thoughts on the Thunder?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times it kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
And over to Kenny now. Your take on the Kings.
To me, they looked out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm. For the second half, they need to push more for buckets in transition. Get to the foul line a little bit more. Try to get back in the flow.
And now, folks, just moments away from the start of the third quarter.
And thanks for joining us again, folks. 2K Sports broadcasting here on MLK Day, bringing you the NBA. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
And through the first two periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, when you're trying to check a guy like that, you have to move your feet laterally, defensively. That didn't happen.
And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. On the court right now for the Kings, Labissiere and Cauley-Stein are the bigs. Fox is out there with Hield, and it's McLemore in at the small forward position. Now here's Labissiere, and Roberson pulls it down.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Right side, George. Step back and squared up. George has got the first bucket of the third here for Oklahoma City. There's the screen. Here's Cauley-Stein. Here's Hield. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 7 rebounds in the game. And George kicks to Westbrook. Connects from three-point range. Westbrook's got 18 points in the game.
Yeah, awesome watching Westbrook drain the 3 ball there. He just needs to focus on being a little more efficient from downtown.
Now here's Heald. Back to Cauley Stein. Feeds it to Heald. Takes the turnaround J. Count it. 12 points for him.
And the mid-range game of Heald is excellent. Always got to play up on him when he has the ball.
Patterson, the screen. Here's George. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Paul George kind of made it known of his desire to leave for L.A. after this season, but big risk for the Thunder to make that move and trade for him.
The Thunder have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
That free throw, no good. And for Paul George, who knows what the future holds for him, but Greg, he is a great fit, it would seem, for the Thunder.
Listen, you give the Thunder another star to pair with Westbrook, and they're taking a leap of faith here with George.
He hits the second from the line. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And McLemore kicks to Cauley Stein. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Roberson the pass to Westbrook. Right through the D for the layup. Westbrook's got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, they can't miss their 3rd make in a row to begin the half.
Fox with it. Kicks it to Cauley Stein. And the pass to McLemore. Back to Cauley Stein. And Adams sends it back. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. Grant, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And a change for Sacramento. Jackson's checked in. Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And as you would expect, Steven Adams has grown into a larger role with this team. Really came in as a guy who could defend and rebound, but starting to become more of a factor within their offensive framework.
Why don't we go to the 2K leaderboard? Over the past month, these teams have been playing a very entertaining brand of basketball. Second, the Thunder.
I mean, it's about the pace they played with here offensively. They don't look like they're showing any signs of slowing down.
And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Thunder leading by 17. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Westbrook against Fox. Westbrook dishes to Patterson. 4 on the shot clock. Westbrook no good.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And here is Fox. At the elbow, it's Jackson. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
The Kings trail by 17. And Fox gets it to go. Fox has got 6.
And the quickness Fox has, boy, it's impressive. Just coasting to the cup with ease.
Here's Westbrook. Knocked loose. And here's the fast break. Here's Jackson. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Westbrook.
And this is an overall excellent offensive performance for him. He's not afraid to take the tough shots. He's getting open, working within the flow of the offense. Heck, he's been the flow of this offense, and he's having a great night so far.
The first free throw is good. You look back on the last 5 off seasons or so, Chris, and there are usually huge names that change teams. LeBron, Durant, the first names that come to mind. As you went through the free agency process, how much of an influence did your agent or any sponsorships play in your role in that decision and picking your new team?
Yeah, I think every relationship with the player and their agent is different. For me, I wanted to go back to the place that I felt that was loyal to me. I wanted to go back to Sacramento because there had never been a small market team. I felt a really small market team that won a championship. And I saw Karl Malone try for all of those years. I saw Stockton try for all those years. Reggie try for all those years. And so I really wanted to be one of the first to kind of bring that back to the city. So my agent, my shoe company, no one could have said anything to take me away from that. That was a personal mission that I want, and I knew what I was dealing with at that time. But I think for other guys it's different. Some guys, you know, want more commercials. They like to be in a bigger market. Some guys don't want that, and they're happy at staying under the radar like a Tim Duncan as long as he's winning. So I think for every guy is different, and I really believe that you have to make that decision for yourself and your family first, because if you do that, then the fans wherever you go will be much happier because you want to be there. You're not just buying time there.
For Sacramento, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he knocks down the first one. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Oklahoma City leading by 12. Here's Abrinas taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. He dishes it to Robertson. A three-pointer, no good. The Kings have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Puts it up from 12, and that's good off the glass that time. Hield's got 14.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
That's just great all-around teamwork. Now, let's see if they can find a way to come away with the victory here.
Patterson, the screen. An easy layup after coming off the pick. 8 points for him.
Oh, he took a terrific angle right there off the screen, something they work on every day in practice.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 6. Back to Labissiere. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Offensive rebound. They kick out to Hield. Jackson passes to Cauley-Stein, and he gets it to go.
Oh, and it's important for Cauley-Stein's confidence that he gets these interior shots to fall. The more he sees the ball go in, the more assured he will feel down inside.
Now here's Patterson. He's got 7. Patterson, the screen. Here's Grant. And it's off the back rim. No good.
The defense recognizing the situation and getting right in his face once he got close to the bucket.
They kick out to Hield. Jackson in the corner. Back to Hield. There's the feed to Cauley-Stein. There's Jackson with the 3. Doesn't go for him. The Thunder leading by 10. And Singler kicks to Roberson. Over Hield. And that one goes long. Here's Sacramento. They're on a 13-5 run. The lead now cut to single digits. Cauley-Stein's got 6 in the quarter.
After going scoreless in the first half, he has found his shot in the second.
And Roberson kicks to Patterson. Patterson, the screen. Patterson, a screen on Fox. Here's Abrinas, guarded by Fox. Abrinas with the bucket.
And that's why teams work so hard to get the ball inside, to create those high percentage looks and keep the buckets flowing.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, this is the dilemma as a coach. You wonder, do I need to call a timeout here? Do I need to settle these guys down? Should I let them play through it?
And the Thunder with some changes. Noel's checked in for Patterson. That's Felton in for Andre Robertson. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Kufis checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Randolph comes in for Labissiere. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Hield. And it's Mason in for Fox. Now here's Jackson. He's got 7. Back to Kufis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Kings have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
The free throw drops for Kufis. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Thunder leading by 8. Singler sets the screen for Felton. Now here's Noel, defended by Kufis, and stolen by Kufis. Here's Bogdanovich, lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Bogdanovich has got 6.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's Abrinas. There's a screen by Noel. Abrinas kicks to Noel. Here's Grant. Some solid defense from Randolph. And here are the Kings now. They're on a 19-7 run. Pass to Mason. Here's the screen. Randolph dishes to Mason. Sacramento moving it around. Yep, it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Zach Randolph.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Abrinas, the pass to Felton. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Thunder lead by 6.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Mason kicks to Bogdanovich. Randolph against Grant. And again, it's Zach Randolph. 8 points for him.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them. They call it old school. That's what it is when you watch Zach Randolph play the game of basketball. He's got such great skill and touch around the basket. We call it the old man game, and I tell you what, he gets it done every night.
And Sacramento has possession, following the score by Oklahoma City. He feeds it to Bogdanovich. Jackson setting the pick here for Bogdanovich. Jackson drives in. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. You know, as you've said, Greg, all the time, Zach Randolph can roll out of bed and get you 20.
I mean, he's just a natural scorer. He can post up, he can face up, and he just stays with it. An excellent offensive rebounder. This guy just has that nuance to his game that's made him so effective.
Noel, and sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Oh, tough effort right there on the glass. Those second chance points can pay off in a big way.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And he's there at 71 from the line this season, probably below where you'd like to see him.
Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Paul George comes in for Singler, and the Kings also making a change. Ben McLemore, he's checked in for Jackson.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The Kings trail by 7. Mason kicks to McLemore. 1:58 left to play in the third. Kick by Randolph. Outside Bogdanovich. Trains the three-pointer. Bogdanovich has got 5 points in the quarter.
Nice work right there by Randolph. That's your big man coming off the screen and getting it done.
Adams outside. Here's George. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 10 points.
I like to see them getting the ball down low and then getting a quality shot.
Mason dishes to Randolph. He kicks it to Kufis. In the corner, it's McLemore. Fires from deep. The shot, no good. George with the defensive effort.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And the shot goes down.
My goodness, how about the degree of difficulty on that shot?
Here is Mason. Outside Randolph. There's the dish to Mason. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Noel.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Exactly, but you still want a decent look because if you miss, the strategy doesn't help.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Now here's McLemore. He's got 6.
Oh, and McLemore is a total genius when it comes to tricking the D. So good at how he goes up into the contact on his shot.
It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good.
The former Jayhawk McLemore, a gifted scorer who can really light it up in a hurry.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Westbrook's checked in. And McLemore drops them both. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Westbrook. Just 5 on the clock. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. Both free throws good from Westbrook. And so it's Oklahoma City holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Just an observation. We got to get a whole lot more physical. Loose balls we need to dive on. We need to get more physical.
Billy D putting emphasis on toughness and tired of seeing his team get pushed around.
Yeah, I mean, as a coach, it's torture watching your guys get moved around out there. Might need a personnel change if this continues.
And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. Paul George is out there with Nerlens Noel. Then there's Felton. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Westbrook in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Now here's Randolph. Mason inside the line. And the shot no good, a bit short.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Left side Adams. For three, Westbrook. Sacramento grabs the miss. Now Mason banked in off the glass.
What you have to give Randolph, great understanding for the game. Knows how to generate offense.
Down low. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's McLemore. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
Fox, he's checked in for the Kings. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Westbrook against Fox. Tries from 16. Jump shot is good that time. Westbrook's got 24 points.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Randolph inside. He's covered by Noel. Missed inside. Oklahoma City leading by 7. George, no good.
I'm sure he'd say to himself, no excuse for missing that shot, even when it's such a clean look.
Fox against Westbrook. From deep, McLemore. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
That's why McLemore is out there. The way he opens up the floor with his outside shooting is huge for this team.
Westbrook passes to Felton. Back to Westbrook. Shoots over Fox. And it's Westbrook again missing. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Roberson comes in for Raymond Felton. Sacramento also making some changes. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Kufis. And it's Buddy Hield in for Bogdanovich. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Much better job of just taking care of the basketball, really putting the onus on the defense.
Scal Labissiere checked in for Zach Randolph. Now here's Westbrook. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. Screen by Adams. And George kicks to Roberson. Oklahoma City moving it around.
That's just the heart of Cauley Stein. The heart that he possesses on defense is just admirable. He takes pride in contesting every shot he can out there.
George dishes to Roberson. Passes it to Adams. And the layup is good.
How about these big shots for him in the fourth? He has been locked and loaded offensively.
if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Labissiere, the screen. Dishes to Fox. 6 to shoot. McLemore inside the line. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
For 3, Westbrook traps in the tray. And it's a 9-point Oklahoma City lead.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Yeah, but he has a big height advantage, but that's somewhat mitigated out there on that perimeter. And you got to come check him.
Now here's McLemore. Pass to Labissiere. It's deflected. And they're moving it up. Pulls up. They get it again. Patterson can't get it to go.
Yeah, good interior D there. Prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly. Then with the quick reaction time.
Here's Hield. Fox passes to Cauley-Stein. To the paint. Westbrook with the nice D there. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Westbrook with it. Lob pass to George. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it.
Sloppy is the only way you can describe his play thus far. Just way too many turnovers.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3. That sends Labissiere to the free throw line. Steven Adams picks one up. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Right side Westbrook. Feeds to Patterson. Off target from outside.
Some very slack defending. Playing with fire to leave him that open beyond the arc.
Here's Fox. Labissiere up top. Shoots over Patterson. And there's Labissiere. That's good on the assist by Fox. Fox has got 5 assists in the game. And Cauley-Stein over to help. Kicks to Westbrook. Count it. Good. Westbrook's got 29.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart. And let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Cauley-Stein with the screen for Fox. And there's the pass to McLemore. Puts it up from 12. Hield can't hit.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Fox kicks to McLemore. Cauley-Stein with a screen on George. Here's Hield. Out of hand on it. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Yeah, while he's taking off, no one on the other side reacts. They give up the easy points.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. The Kings trail by 10. Goes up on the wing. Here's Labissiere. It's hauled in by George. George has got his 3rd rebound tonight, using his post move to get the 2 points. And that's 31 points for Russell Westbrook.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, and it's been a team game, a number of contributions. Guys staying focused. That's why the lead continues to grow.
First free throw is good. He's off on the second. The Thunder leading by 11. Here's Roberson. Goes back up. No good on the shot. And the Kings going the other way now.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Labissiere dishes to Cauley-Stein. Lays it up and banks it in.
Oh, man, the relentless pursuit of the basketball by Cauley-Stein. Just a tremendous hustler on the offensive glass.
Here's Westbrook. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
This is an amazing run he's on. It's like he's been the only guy on the floor this quarter.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And here is Hield. They're going to have to make a pretty big comeback here.
I think it's be a mistake to let the shot clock in under 10 seconds from here on out.
The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. 10 points for Willie Cauley-Stein.
After failing to be aggressive and look for a shot in the first half, you don't have to let him know this time. You don't have to remind him now. He is really taking this game over in the second.
Now here's Adams. Adams. Sacramento grabs the miss. Cauley-Stein's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Fox kicks to Hield. And he lays it straight in.
And I tell you what, if he's going to be a factor here down the stretch, he is going to have to make some shots. Just 1 of 5 here in the quarter.
Here's Adams. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Now, here's Fox. He dishes it to Cauley-Stein. Now the feed to Hield. And Fox has it in the corner. 4 on the clock. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And how about the way Fox continues to improve his game? A capable scorer who also rebounds the ball well for his size. And still, though, he can improve on that perimeter jump shot.
Hits them both. Here's George. Pass to Patterson. Shot on the wing, and that one's good. Westbrook's got 36.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Timeout called by the Kings.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Russell Westbrook.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Dave Yeager was just going over his game plan with his team. He is not pleased, and he told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move, or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
Deflects the pass. They kick out to Heel. And a miss there on the triple.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, because you're spread out. It could be difficult to contest these shots, but not for him.
Here's Roberson. Back to Westbrook. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Labissiere. Labissiere's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. And Fox gets it to go.
Good movement there, and the lead pass was right where it needed to be.
Oklahoma City leading by 8. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Oklahoma City moving it around. Offensive rebound. The three from George. That one's not going to go.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
I mean, the truth is, if you play long enough, sometimes you're going to have a bad quarter, even a bad game. I doubt that this shakes his confidence.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 7.
When you think of Cauley-Stein, the word length comes to mind. A huge target on offense and a tenacious shot blocker and rebounder on the defensive end.
And he makes both free throws.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
Felton kicks to Adams. There's the dish to George. Screen by Adams. Looking to get it going. George, no good.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
But they get it back.
In the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the boards.
Now, here's Fox. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. Roberson the pass to Felton. Adams with the screen on Fox. And Roberson kicks to George. In the corner, it's Patterson. And the three off target.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Cauley-Stein. Money!
Wow. At 7 feet tall, Cauley-Stein is a major threat to throw it down. If he gets the ball close to the rim, the D is pretty much toast.
Here's Roberson. Passes it to Patterson. Outside for George. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And shooters beware. Cauley-Stein is very crafty at how he rises up for the block. So good at catching scores off guard with his wide reach.
When they foul intentionally, they're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They led by as many as 18 points. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
clock's ticking. They got to get up a shot.
But even if they make it, you got to foul quick, or it's over. It's a wrap.
Sinks it.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, they can breathe easy now thanks to those free throws. They won't have to sweat this one out.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're behind by 5. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
All you can do at this point is focus. Dial in on each moment. Do your best. You can't get consumed over the score.
So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where is your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together. And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.